Okay, we got one last quote. I'm sorry for sharing so many quotes. I think this quote is gonna be the way we wrap this up. I am not gonna change my philosophy. I will play my way until the way I want to change is what Ruben Amorim said. Tommy, talk to me.
He's crafting the sword that's gonna kill him. He's crafting it in front of us.
Welcome along to another episode of Shirtless Plantain Show. I'm your host Tosin. I hope everyone is doing well today. This is the Manchester United edition. I am your host alongside Tommy. Tommy, how you doing today?
I'm good. I'm good
Good. Happy to hear that. Our team's not good, but we'll get into
at
that.
all.
We'll get into that. So let's talk about the lineup. Were you surprised? Any surprises in the lineup for you?
I want to say I was surprised to see Ugarte start, but I wasn't. Like, we've all figured out how Amarim feels about
Kobe.
Mino. So there's really there's no like surprise there. So honestly, yeah, I wasn't surprised by the lineup, especially with the injuries.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
for those who are listening who didn't know the lineup, Bayern starting goal, as Ruben said in his press week conference, Lenny Euro, Delit, and Shaw as the center backs, Dorgu and Masvidal as your wing backs, Fernandez and Ugati in the pivot, Amada and Mbuemo as your tens, and Shesko as your number nine. When I saw this lineup, I already knew what time it was. I just knew United were going to lose, and that was really my first thought was just like, oh, okay, so you picked a team to lose. That's
yeah,
fair enough. And the reason it frustrated me was because City were there for the taking. I don't think this is a good City team at all. I truly believe that if you played at them, because they play Arsenal next, so you're going to see a difference in what happens when you go against a City. They were
hmm
there for the taking. They have four center backs playing. Nico Riley's not comfortable playing left back. He's more of a center midfielder playing
yeah,
left back. So yeah, Christianov is their center back who's playing right back. So City were there for the taking. I still don't think their midfield was that good, but when you have a midfield of Ugarte and Bruno, you're open to whatever happened today happened. So first 16 seconds, that's when I knew, okay, this is it.
yeah.
Haaland got a chance, which he should have tucked away, but he ended up, getting two later on in the game anyway. But 16 seconds in, you see that, you're just like, okay, I already know what type of time we're on today. I already know where this team is trying to do and what's going to happen. And I'm not in. I'm not in. I was like, immediately, I was just like, I am thinking about what's for dinner.
Yeah.
That's literally the first thing I thought about.
Yeah, and bro, from jump, like literally 16 seconds in, I was like, fuck. But I'm gonna go back to your point. That City team was absolutely there for the taking.
Mm-hmm.
Tijani Rangers, good player, and like I'm just not even me disparaging him, but he's not been good in the Prem. Like he had the good debut, but the last two games, he's absolutely there for the taking. You can absolutely take him on. And like you said, that team, Nico Riley, four center backs. If we're direct and ran at them, I promise you they were there. Because in the limited situations I saw, Sesko, he didn't have too many touches, but I thought Sesko was good. He showed me something. So if we have given him a chance to run at them, or put in Buemo and Ahmad, given them a chance to run at the defense, and had a competent midfield, like literally just switch the lineup, and they were there. They were there for the taking. So it was just it was just
Yeah.
disappointing. Like
It,
just but
I
like
mean,
you said, like we knew the loss was coming. Like it
mm-hmm.
wasn't surprised. And
Yeah.
then we confirmed it 16 seconds. It's just like you said, he settled for a loss. Like he just accepted the loss.
Mm-hmm. And the thing that frustrates me the most about Ruben, he said, "Oh, international break. I did a lot of film studying." It's like clearly you didn't,
You didn't.
because
You didn't.
what we just saw, you didn't do any homework. Like you literally just came out there with the same thing you've been doing. We said this again. Insanity is the same, doing the same thing over and over again. And for a year now, I tried to give him last year. I wasn't trying to be on his
Mm-hmm.
case last year, but it was the game. What was the game we played before international break? Who did we play against? It was against Burnley.
Fulham. Oh yeah, Burnley. Yeah.
Burnley was my final straw. Fulham, I was just like, I'm fed up. But Burnley,
Mm-hmm.
even though we won, I was like, this is not it. I don't want anything to do with this manager anymore. And like again, I still think he's young enough where he can go to a Serie A and become a really good coach. I know this is gonna sound insane. I don't like Kivu at Inter, and I'm gonna talk about this on the longer
Yeah,
on
in
the weekend
addition.
review.
Yeah.
But I think that if Ruben is smart, leave and go to Inter. I think that Inter wants a three back system. You can go
Mm-hmm.
to a team like that where there's less pressure, but there's still looking for a young, hungry manager. But that's neither here nor there. Before we get into the game, obviously we talked about Haaland in the 16th minute, but Lemens was on the bench. There was two goalkeepers, one forward, two midfielders, and the rest were defenders. To me, that was cowardice. But
That's always been my problem with him. He's a coward. There are too many times when you had the opportunity to be not even just the team selection. The team selection shit, he did it last year too. And that's one of the reasons why I walked away. You know how I felt about him. I
mm-hmm,
washed my hands of him a long time ago,
mm-hmm,
and that was part of the reason because of how scared he is. Like
mm-hmm,
he's just such a coward. He's not willing to take a risk. He hates Hoyland. He absolutely didn't like Hoyland, right? But the fact that he started him for like 20 games in a row without changing it while Hoyland hadn't scored,
mm-hmm.
I'm like, what are you doing? You cannot. I get it. You could have tried something. Xerxes was there. Chidobe was there. And I get it. If you want to, Chidobe's young. He's 17. Xerxes is still there. If you feel like he's not the best, there are different things you can do. But he was just such a coward. He seems to have this, like, it's cowardness mixed with stubbornness. He has this set thing he has in his head, so it's like this. It has to be this way.
And he has this aggressiveness about him in his own way, where it's just like, I'm right and you're wrong. It's like, no,
Yeah,
bro, like you are wrong. But anyways, we had no pregame expectations. We both thought we were going to lose. That's
yeah.
really what it is. And like we said, first 16th minute, first 16 seconds, Haaland had a chance, and we're just like, okay, whatever. The teams were kind of filling each other out. United's press was excellent. I'll give them their things there. But there was two instances in the 10th minute and the 14th minute where Gatti could have played simple passes, but he doesn't have in his locker room to pass. He's barely good at what he's meant to do on paper. And the fact that a center midfielder cannot pick out a pass, not even like any sort of pass, it's like a maybe 5-10 yard pass. And
Yeah,
this is in the 10th and 14th minutes, because I wrote it down because like I know when I talk about this, Tommy's not gonna know exactly what I'm talking about. It was in the first half towards the right side. We're supposed to pass it towards
him and
Mazarawi.
Ahmad. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was him and Ahmad. Him and Ahmad did a little 1-2-1-2, and then Saul made a run right down the wing, and he tried to fit in between to Embuemo in between two center backs when the run was right there down the wing. A simple through ball down the wing, it creates a chance. I remember because I saw it and I was like, come on, dog.
Yeah. I mean, it's frustrating when you're watching this and you're just like, this is not the team that I know can play better than this. It's a tactical thing. 15th minute, Amad Diallo tried something really, really stupid in the box when they had that cross.
Just
It's like,
control that. Just
control that.
control that.
Yeah, he tried something spectacular, and it just wasn't it. Then 16th minute, they got their goal through Phil Foden. Doku shook Luke Shaw, and Foden got a header. And look, man, Luke Shaw, love Luke Shaw. He was a great servant to the club, but it's beyond time at this point for Luke Shaw to be finished at Man United. I made a joke on the timeline, and I know it's rude, but he looked like, this weekend we had the legends play, Rooney and Bastian and all those guys. Luke physically and emotionally and spiritually looks like a United legend player. Like he should be playing with
Yeah.
Tyler Blackett and all those guys. And yeah, it's not it. It's not it at all.
Also, I don't wanna I don't wanna bash him, but first of all, Luke Shaw was garbage for that. It was simple, whoa, and that man lost his balance, almost caused an earthquake. That was rude. I apologize. But Foden was Bruno's man. Bruno's not a center midfielder. Like I watched him that whole play. He was ball watching Doku. Did not check his shoulder once,
Mm-hmm.
and Foden just stopped while Bruno kept moving. Went a little bit more central, and then just ghosted in.
Mm-hmm.
Like this you have to platform your players in the right play, in the right positions, guy.
Yeah, it's it's frustrating, man. And in the 24th minute, Bayern denied a second chance for City. The commentator said something because I like watching football games alone because I get to hear the commentary and hear what they're saying and what they're thinking.
Mm-hmm.
So the commentator is Lee Dixon, and I forgot, and Graham Lasso. I think it's Lee Dixon and Graham Lasso. So for those who are listening who don't know who Lee Dixon and Graham Lasso is, these are two guys who play for the English national team, play for Arsenal and Chelsea respectively. So these are
Mm-hmm.
guys who play at the highest level. Okay, so I'm prefacing what I'm saying now, so everyone listens to what I'm saying. He was saying that the system leaves the middle open, which is why Euro has to push up, and that's why you get counted on. So I'm telling people I don't think Ruben is going to change because when a commentator can see it, when a fan can see it, everyone can see that this is what Ruben wants to do. And I said it, I think I mentioned to you before, Ruben does not like to build up from the middle. What he likes to do is get
He
it
does.
wide, get it high,
Yep.
and press from there. And that's not going to work in the Premier League, not in the slightest. Someone else, I saw this, I saw someone say that Foden's free roll and Doku receiving the pockets was causing the midfield problems. Anything can cause United's midfield problems because
I promise
one,
you.
you have a midfielder in Bruno Fernandes who's a 10. That's where he plays best. 8 or 10, that's where he plays best. More further advanced. Then you have Ugarte who cannot really control the ball, pass the ball, let alone run around. So you have basically two non-effective midfielders. So you're going to get counted and hit on all day. 33rd minute, Shesko was sent through with a good run, but
Hold on,
Donnarumma.
wait.
Yeah, go ahead.
I just another thing, like you said, that midfield. Do
Go
you
ahead.
know how easy it is to like from any formation that gets played can control that midfield? Like you said, is those two midfielders, right? They're both not as defensive or all City had to do was just tell Nico O'Reilly and Foden and Bernardo Silva to collapse in. Now it's like a 5-on-2 in the midfield, sometimes 5-on-1.
Mm-hmm.
When teams play with like a 4-2-3-1 or 4-3-3, they just tell the striker to drop a little bit deeper into the midfield, and now it's 3-on-2 or 3-on-1. But the way it's just so simple to just figure out and destroy that midfield, and that's a problem. When it's that easy, like give me a formation, I'll tell you exactly how you can use that formation to exploit that midfield. It's so easy.
I think the thing that frustrates me the most is that it doesn't have to be this way.
Doesn't
It
at
doesn't,
all.
he's so married to his system, and he's so married to what he does. And I don't again, we'll talk about this. So 33rd minute,
Yeah.
Shesko sent through a good run. Donnarumma was able to get out quick and smother the chance. Um, then halftime happened, but I saw a stat that blew my mind. If I tell you 6 in 31, do you know what I'm talking about?
6-31.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the amount of is that the official amount of Premier League games he's managed?
No, he has 6 clean sheets in 31 Premier League matches. Ruben Amorim does.
Fucking hell. That's not real. That's
You
not
could
real. Fuck.
6 clean sheets in 31 games. It's insane,
So even in draws, you can't even get a 0-0 draw.
bro. And
Haba.
United
Oh,
has 4 points from 4 games. This is made at his poorest start to a season since 1992-93. It's like
God.
every single thing. There's nothing you're showing us that is going to make us believe in what you're trying to do. That's the
At
most
all.
frustrating thing for me. Is just like, even if there's a semblance, like when Klopp started, when Arteta started, we saw the building blocks. Even when Pep started, we saw what they're trying to do.
They had the plan set out,
Mm-hmm.
like the blueprints. They were like, here.
Mm-hmm. So halftime, what were your thoughts at halftime? Do you have any thoughts, any opinions at halftime?
At halftime, I was already yelling because Ugarte and Shaw were already showing why they were gonna be who they were. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, yo, you have to make changes. You can't wait. You need to go. Like, don't like be proactive. Like, come on, go, make changes. That's literally it. But
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie, I also wasn't confident we would score. So
I knew we weren't going to score at all. We started second half well, though. There was no changes, which we wish we had. Haaland had a lot of defensive headers. They said they're like 5 at the one point, which is
yeah,
insane. And United could not send a cross in. I made a joke to myself, just like, man, if United were the ones providing crosses for Jesus, they'd Jesus still be alive.
I'm not.
Because those crosses were not good.
Dorgu, I'm normally your biggest defender or your biggest fan. Today, that shit was pitiful. Good God.
Dorgu was bad. Bruno
I
Fernandes' crosses were bad.
awful.
Bruno could not get it past the first man. It was just on the corner kicks. It was just bad.
Yeah, it was just all bad. And they kept going for low ass crosses. We have a 6'5" basketball player. Put it, yeah. So I was like, yeah, this is just ugh.
And then the 51 minute, Erling Haaland got his goal. Doku, who's been playing very well today, held off Lenny Euro, and Haaland did what he did. But again, Delit, Shaw, it was all on them. And
Oh,
yeah, in the 60th minute, Mbuemo had a shot on goal. Manu and Maguire came on for Mazraoui and Euro, and Ahmad was the right wing back. Bruno was pushed further up, and then 68th minute, Haaland got a goal. Another midfield mistake. Again, we keep talking about this midfield.
Wasn't Shaw, Luke Shaw, and the midfield like they
It was
Ugarte and
Sean,
Shaw.
yeah, Zugati and Shaw, yeah.
You have to keep from, you have to laugh to keep from crying because what the hell? And they're just so avoidable. They're so avoidable. I get tired of talking about the same thing over and over again.
If
It's the same thing.
it feels like Groundhog's Day. It feels like we've had this podcast episode like in the past. I feel like we're gonna have it again as long as Ruben's the coach. Because all we
Yeah.
keep saying is like fix your midfield. But he doesn't. He's so married to this one system and it does not make any sense whatsoever. I'm like, yo, why do you have to play this way? You don't have to play this way.
Like you don't. You literally do not have to. You choose to. And mind you, let's say like you can at least it's the fact that he hasn't even tried anything else.
Mm-hmm.
Literally no variation, no let me try sometimes you know what okay, me I hate the three in the back formation, right? But I know there's multiple ways to play it. He hasn't even said I'll keep the three in the back. I'll just either make it a 3-4-3 or like I'll change it up more. No, nothing. He's just says, oh,
It's the
haba.
same. It's the same thing over and over again, and it's the same mistakes. It's the same common
Yes.
mistakes. In the 74th minute, Tijani Reinders missed a chance. I stopped taking notes at one point because truly, this game has been played before. United has done this before. Ruben Amorim has done this before. In the last year, he's been there. He's almost about to be a year. He's hired in November. We're in September, middle of September, so October, November.
Yeah.
I think he's had enough time to show you what he is. You can
This
blame the
is who he
players.
is.
Like I understand, like the players weren't doing their jobs individually. I get it, right? But we have to we have to just relax and understand that this is all down to coaching, right? United are much better than this.
If if it's the whole team keeps making the same mistakes, it's coaching. Individual like one or two, three players makes mistakes on the players. If it's a one-off thing, players when it's a consistent pattern. I coach. So if I'm watching the game and I have an entire 11 making mistakes, or making mistakes and playing bad, I know, damn, it be something I'm doing. Maybe I'm making it too complicated. Maybe I'm not playing to their strength, right? That's what's going on. It's not just one or two or three players. No one is looking good.
Coaches have to be proactive. Today, Kirkeresh, Liverpool's left back, who's not playing
Yeah.
well, he got substituted off in the 37th minute. That's what good coaches do. You become proactive. You step up and you're like, okay, I have to shift this play here, I have to shift this play there, I have to shift that, I have to shift this.
Mm-hmm.
And it is frustrating when you're seeing a coach just keep ramming his head through the wall saying, oh, the one thing that pisses me off the most, he said something along the lines of, once you understand this system moves to another system, bro, you've been here almost a year. Like, what are we doing here? Like, this is what you've done for the last year. And it just gets to a point. Gary Neville said something. Just listen to me. Look at me. Listen to this. Listen to this
Mm-hmm.
quote Gary Neville said. He said, I think there will be some pressure applied to the manager and his rigidity of his sticking with the system. With Chelsea next week, another defeat and big questions will start to be asked. If you lose to Chelsea next week, it's over.
There is no questions to be asked. That would be like that's damn near Premier League season already, and
Mm-hmm.
he hasn't cracked 10 wins
Yeah.
and six, and you said only has 6 clean sheets.
Mm-hmm.
This is beyond asking questions. Questions are being asked now. You cannot lose that Chelsea game at all.
Mm-hmm. You can't.
No.
And Gary Neville also said there's been times where I've seen United lose this type of match when I feel angry. I just feel nothing, which is even worse. This has been a nothing performance. And that's where I'm at.
Yes.
This has literally just been a nothing performance for me. It's like you watch this and you're just like, you guys are so much. It's just pathetic.
Yeah.
Like
Like there's
like there's nothing I want to say that's good about this or anything bad. Like I could sit here and break down tactics for everybody and tell them like, oh, the left half space was not this or the right half space was this, and the deep line play. I can do all of that stuff. But what the most frustrating thing for me is like I got nothing. I expected nothing and I got nothing.
Yeah, yeah. Like holy shit, my expectations were low, and they were still disappointed. Like it got to a point, like you said, the whole tactic. We joke a lot, but we know this game better than a lot of people. We
Mm-hmm.
can break down individually what's going wrong, the quickest way to fix it, all that stuff. But it's like after a point, what am I just? I'm just wasting my words. There's nothing. I won't let y'all stress me out. There's nothing. Like I have nothing to say, nothing to give you. It's just ridiculous. And I guess like, cause I think Yoro was our best player again.
Mm-hmm.
Like that boy special. But besides that, I can't. It's just expect the same thing next week.
I'm literally trying to find Ruben quotes, anything that he said post game, and I I don't know, man. Like, and even when you watch Kobe come on, you were like, wow, why are you not playing Kobe Mano?
He did so good. Kobe Mino did, and okay, what this lie? Oh, he doesn't have legs. I get it. First of all, and also the biggest thing Kobe needs to improve on as a supporter of his long range passing, right? Long range passing and like chance creation into the create being more creative into the final third, right? I feel like when he gets there, he can shoot, but sometimes he lack that passing. So some people, y'all have taken that and made him seem like he's a defective player, like he can't start, like he can't play. No, he's only 20. That stuff will develop as midfielders develop.
And
Jesus.
and this is when coaching comes into play, and this is why I'm gonna go on a tangent right now, and just please bear with me, Tommy, and just stare at me the
Go,
whole entire time because I just
go
need you to
ahead.
listen to me. Man United since 2013 have hired managers who are A, stubborn, B, cowards, C, all of the above, D, not ready, E, too old, and F, that don't understand the spirit of this club, right? When I look at Ruben Amorim, I genuinely feel that's a young, talented manager who's been given a lot, who believes in his own Kool-Aid, who did so well at Sporting, which is a different world to Manchester United. I'm not
Hmm.
saying the Premier League is the best league in the world. I'm somebody who watches everything. But you cannot come in here thinking you're playing against Boa Vista every week. You're playing against teams who will press you in a. They do not care. Look at the talent at Everton. Everton have Jack Grealish. They have Iliman Ndiaye. They have a lot of talent at Everton. This is a mid-table club. Look at Sunderland. They have Granit Xhaka, who's a captain for Switzerland, a team that just got promoted, by the way. And these are levels. And you're coming in here with this stubborn attitude. Every single great coach in the Premier League knew immediately how to adapt. Jurgen Klopp knew how to do it. Wenger knew how to do it. Sir Alex Ferguson knew how to do it. Pep Guardiola got a big rollick when he first came to the Premier League and realized, oh, I cannot do the things I'm doing in
Yeah.
Germany. I cannot do the things I'm doing in Spain. You can go down a list of all the great Premier League managers. David Moyes, when he was at West Ham, that's why he's one of the best Premier League managers ever, because he knows how to adapt to the situation he's in. Ruben constantly and consistently is doing the same thing over and over again, which leads into my bigger point. Manchester United have hired too many cowards in their last 12 years. Too many coaches who do not know how to say, hey, you know what? I don't have midfield options in the transfer market. I'm going to go bring me Jimmy Garner from the academy. I'm going to go
Like,
bring me Jimmy Thwaites. I don't think Xavi was that good at Barcelona. I think what he did at Barcelona was stabilize them, but he also brought through so many talented players. He had the faith in Lamine Yamal. I'm tired of coaches coming to Old Trafford and coming to Man United and looking at Carrington. This is what our lifeblood was made of. We grew up on the Darren Fletchers of the world, the John O'Shea's of the world. We grew up on all these guys, and
Chris Smalling.
Chris Smalling is not part of the
Oh yeah,
academy.
he's falling.
What
My fault. He's from
Wes
falling.
Brown, if you want
Yeah.
to go back in the day, Nicky Butt. And I'm not talking about the elite level of players of Ryan Giggs and Becks. I'm talking about the hard workers who understand Darren Gibson for a point, Tom Cleverley for a point, Danny Welbeck for a point. The list goes on and on and on. Marcus Rashford is a superstar. Scott McTominay was serviceable.
Hmm.
We see what he's doing because he's a
In
technically gifted
Napoli,
player.
yeah.
But then we look at the midfield that we signed. Ethan Galbraith is better than Man Ugarte.
Ugarte. Yes.
Jimmy Garner is better than Ugarte. Andrew Gomez is better than Ugarte. The list can go on of all these midfielders we let go. And my point is, if United do hire a coach next, do not hire a coward. Do not
Yeah.
hire somebody who's going to put the two goalkeepers on the bench. Go
Yeah.
find somebody who wants to put Jack Fletcher on the bench, who's a talented academy kid, who wants to put Jim Thwaites on the bench, who wants to put Mandanto on the bench. We
Yes.
have the talent in the academy right now. We have the talent in the squad. It's all about finding a manager who isn't a coward, a manager who isn't scared, and a manager who understands that at the end of the day, I am coaching Manchester United. And this is what I was talking about in the group chat the other day. We need owners who can just embrace the fact that we're the Red Devils. Embrace the fact that we are the assholes. Nobody likes Manchester United. Point blank, period. Okay? Lean into it. Let everybody know who we are. This is what we do on a daily basis, right? We are the antagonist, we're the protagonist, we're the main characters. We're on everyone's lips, good or bad. Embrace that. Turn Old Trafford into hell. Make it stressful for anybody to come here. And that is my rant because I'm just frustrated of watching this. I expected nothing today, and I got nothing.
Yeah. And first of all, you're absolutely correct, especially with the whole academy point. Because I'll use James Gardner was one I feel like should have definitely made it. He's a very serviceable player for us. And another one, Max Oyedele. Like I know he hasn't had that much game time for Strasbourg, but you think he can come on for closing minutes for us, or in some games where Casemiro isn't up to par, he can come in right there. Like these are players that we could have kept, and I think this is what people are forgetting. Academies aren't aren't from creating superstars. They come out with some superstars, cool, yes. They're for building and solidifying the squad. You save money, then you have money to go out there and go big and like raise the ceiling. Academy is the floor raiser. Okay, once you have players, you can give me a cool 70 minutes. Some games you may need to start, other games you may need to come off the bench. A cool little 150, 200 appearances over a couple of years. Like, that's what the academy's for. And we've created so many of those players that are propping up the English Premier League. United have so many academy players in teams all over the world now. Like,
Yeah.
you see a player score, or and then fun fact, they were in the United Academy. They went through United. They went through United. We're out here propping up the rest of the footballing world. We can't prop up our own team. Be brave.
Yeah, I mean, look at this stat. Since match day 12 of the 2024-2025 season, Ruben's first game in charge, no ever present Premier League team has performed worse than Man United. 31 points in 31 games, a negative 13 goal difference. All the stats about Ruben's reign at United is damning. It says this guy is not ready, this guy is not it, and we need to move on. I love Ruben as an idea. I know that people are going to make content and say that Ruben should stay. I'm not trying to say any names or the accounts. You know who you are. Some of you will make, I believe Ruben is the place. No.
You're the bastards. You're the bastards. He's nice. I'm not. You're bastards.
The overwhelming thing, and I've said this, and you know this, the biggest issue Man United has right now is the ownership, right? Any else have tried. They put their own money in. They've made mistakes, big mistakes. It's always going to be the Glazers' issues. But right now, the biggest identifying change Manchester United can make is getting a new manager. And speaking of, I think go get Michael Carrick as an interim. Go talk to Andoni Arola. I think Arola is really good.
Yeah.
Go talk to Oliver Glasner if you want to stick to a 3-5 system. But whatever it is.
Or homie at Stuttgart. Or is it No, not Hohenheim.
Honus.
Yeah.
Yeah, Seb Honus.
Like, something's there.
There's managers out there. The biggest thing for me is don't hire a coward. Hire somebody who genuinely cares, somebody who understands the lore of Manchester United. This is a hard job. And I have another rant, too. I'm sorry. Today's just my day because I don't feel like tweeting the things I want to tweet. I feel like saying it in long form on the camera. Can I have the floor?
Hey, Mike is yours.
So there was a Italian journalist who said that Scott McTominay is doing very well, which he is, and said no other club in the world has wasted more talent than Manchester United Football Club, which I understand. I had this conversation earlier this morning with a good friend of mine, and she and I were talking. She's the one who told me about the message, and I broke it down to her, and I was like, I'm going to do this on the podcast today, too. So I'm doing this twice today. And this time it might be a little bit more refined in what I want to say. The problem Man United is also the media's problem, too. good, bad, or small, any little thing that happens in Man United will be a story. It doesn't happen at any other club. Rasmus Højlund scored his debut. Congratulations to Rasmus Højlund. I'm glad you found somewhere you can play. But the pressure to play at Manchester United week in and week out as a player, as a coach, as a fan, you are the number one target. Does that make sense for anybody? Nobody's going to feel at ease when you're constantly under threat and constantly always feeling like the microscope is on you. No matter how well you do, good or bad, that's the first thing, right? It's like this is a club where you cannot compare the pressure of this club to any other sporting franchise in the world. I don't care if you're the Patriots back in the day. This is a different kettle of fish to be at Manchester United Football Club. The English media looks for blood everywhere at Manchester United Football Club. Then on top of that, you add to the fact that this club does not have good ownership and good leadership from day one. It's like what Tom Brady said the other day, and I hate doing cross-sport comparisons. Tom Brady was talking about how, people don't know how to actively develop a quarterback because the ownership and the coaches is not good. And it's the same thing with Man United. The ownership is not good. They do not hire good coaches. Therefore, players get wasted. If you hire a good coach, look at Liverpool. No one can gaslight me about what Liverpool were in the Premier League era, okay? I know Gerard Houllier. I know Rafa Benitez. I know what Liverpool were. They got Jurgen Klopp in, who was an amazing coach, and then the ownership married with the great coaching, and that's why Liverpool are able to buy Alexander Isak. That's why they're about to buy Hugo Ekitike, because they married good ownership with great coaching. And until Man United can marry good coaching with great ownership, we're going to see so many talented players fall by the wayside. And it's the same thing that happens in USA when it comes to men's soccer. I know so many talented players who die by the wayside, but because of the organization, you're not going to see the best of any of this. I went on too long about what I want to say about the Italian journalists, but the long and short of it, if you take anything from that, is great ownership matters, great culture matters, and United have neither one of those right now. And that's why you see so many players go other places. Antonio Conte is one of the best coaches in the world. That's why Rasmus and McTominay is thriving, because they have a great coach. It's not because Napoli and all of that. It's because they have great coaching, and he knew exactly what to get in Italy. He knows that, hey, if I can out-physical everybody, outrun everybody,
I'll be good.
I'll be good. And that's what great coaching does. You look at the bird's eye view, and that's what they do. Ruben is too stuck in his own system. I said too much. I'm sorry, but I was very frustrated. I need to get off my chest. Anything you want to add about this game today?
No. Our women's team won 5-1 though, so go them.
Yes. That young lady that we signed. Talk to
Yeah,
me. Talk to me.
man, that goal, man, oh man. I think she came through. I think we signed her from City, but she
Mm-hmm.
was on loan last year.
Mm-hmm.
That's a hooper. She's more like she's probably like a left winger slash number 10. And
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I was because I'm not too tapped in with the women's team, but I am tapped in. And I
Mm-hmm.
felt like we were good in that 10 area, especially.
Mm-hmm.
But if she's able to play across that front three behind the striker, I think she's going to be so integral. And she's only like 21, 22. God, but that goal, the footwork, and there's nothing better than like bar down goals. And oh, I loved it.
So we
I
got
loved
some
it.
Ruben quotes, by the way. Sorry
Oh
to cut you
God,
off.
you
He said,
did.
we had chances to score the goals to open the game. We need to be more clinical. In the end, it was a small but decisive moments that gave the win to City. Am I being gaslit here?
Yeah, he's lying. He's lying to us, and that's what's gonna piss me off. Like we know what we saw. We know what we saw. You can't say.
Then there was more quotes from Ruben. He says, in these kind of games, we need to be perfect. And in this game, we're not perfect. The frustration is always the same because with the amount of chances we need to score goals, we need to work on a lot of things for the next game. If you look at the goals, we can avoid those goals. That was the biggest difference. We can do better, especially the second goal. We suffered goals we can avoid. Robbie Savage said, Manchester United once again, how many defensive players on the pitch? The formation's not working and they're terrible.
He's just
Man.
bitter his son didn't make it.
I mean, but he's not lying though.
No, he wasn't. But yeah,
Bruno said we need to score goals and not concede. We keep creating chances, but we're not able to score as much as we wanted. We have to be more in control. We can see 3 goals and we could have avoided. I just, when I read these quotes, I'm like, I understand you got to give,
the political
boilerplate
answer.
political answers, but don't lie to me. Like, don't lie to me. I know what my eyes saw. Okay, I can quantify what I saw. Okay, I'm not stupid. I've seen enough.
Yeah.
So it's frustrating because this guy's worse than Eric Ten Hag.
Like, it's not even, that's not even a hot take. Like, that's not a hot, that's how bad he's been. He's let,
Imagine back-to-back seasons of the worst starts of Premier League ever. I'm genuinely impressed to see how low can we go before we realize we have to pull the plug.
I don't think he gets fired this year. I really don't. I really don't think he gets fired this year.
That's the scary thing.
I really don't like that guy. I don't. He's a coward and a politician. My friend, my friend said he was like if Ruben was a like American, he'd be a Republican. Like he'd be a Republican senator.
I have a very, very strong hot take. Man United's problem is also Man United's answer,
Uh,
on the squad at least. Bruno Fernandes is a big, big enigma. And I think whenever you say that, United fans always bring up his trophies and the things that he's done and all, like the goals he scores. That's cool, but it's a team sport. And he brings the squad down a lot.
I really think that like he's so helpful. Like he can be so helpful when he's controlled chaos. He's controlled chaos. It is time to slowly start phasing him out or get his replacement ready.
Mm-hmm.
In my preference, it would have been a Florian Wirtz or something. But I think it is time to slowly start getting his replacement because he's
There's a
30,
he's
he-
31.
31. Yeah,
There's a quote that Eric DeCosta, the GM of the Ravens, usually said. I'm not sure if Eric said it, but I remember him saying something along the lines. He said, "When it comes to the Ravens, we love to get rid of a player a year early than a year late."
year late. Yeah,
And that's where I'm at with Bruno Fernandes.
Bruno.
United should have got rid of him last year. I think Bruno is a talented, talented player. I think he is one of the best in the world when it comes to creating. I think when he's in that 10 position, he's incredible. But I also know that I am not going to sit here and lie to myself and say that he is all that right now.
Yeah,
I think that
no,
especially when you keep putting him in a pivot, you're getting the
it
worst
won't
out of Bruno.
work. It
Yes.
won't work. Him in that pivot won't fucking
And
work.
when I think about United going to a 4-3-3, I'm like, where do you fit? Where do you fit him?
It could be the more advanced eight, but even then,
So, and I love Bruno Fernandes. I really do. But I want to have a real conversation with you because I just feel like I cannot sit here and lie to myself about what Bruno brings anymore. He's control chaos for sure, but he's also a net negative on the team, to me at least. Maybe I'm lying. Maybe I'm wrong. Whoever's listening, you can tell me in the comments, Tosin, you're lying. But from what I see, his ball retention, his forced passes, his temper tantrums, him throwing his hands, him being demonstrative, the club looking towards him instead of looking as a team. Those things is what bothers me with Bruno Fernandes. And again, this feels like a conversation we've had before.
yeah.
It feels like we've had this conversation last year. We've had this conversation a year before. I feel like we've had this conversation as long as we've been friends. And it's not going to change. But I'm just like, the opportunity to cash out in him this summer to not get 100 mil was dumb.
Mhm.
You invest that into the squad. But again,
But then I can I even trust Ruben's like eye or the not even Ruben because I don't think he has the same transfers. But the Glazers and Ineos, can I really even fully trust them? Because they haven't showed us anything. The Euro deal was good. Mazarawi and Delit, and no, I would say my hot take is I've been like I think I'm more happy with Delit than Mazarawi right now.
that's fair.
Like because Mazarawi injuries and then just not been sometimes he's just been but it's just Mazarawi's peaked higher. But like yeah, I'm not sure if I can fully trust Ineos with 100 mil. Like I'm not sure, not yet. But I feel like if we are, how we should do it is we should definitely get Bruno's replacement in. before he goes.
Mm,
Like if we just sell him, because I want to see the replacement and see if he can actually take over that role, than just buying someone and then finding out on the fly, damn, they can't take that role. They can't take on that role or like better or improve that role.
yeah,
So I think we should get in the replacement first, and that's what we should have done. And we should have shown up the midfield
yeah.
so much this summer. That should have
We
been priority
we
number
we
one.
missed we missed a trick on not fixing our midfield. United United
Yeah.
United skipped leg day for sure.
Oh,
Ruben said on his message to the fans, "My message is I would do everything. I would give everything. It's not my decision. The rest, I would do my best. I'm suffering more than them."
fuck off. Him and this suffering kink he has, he needs to stop.
Yeah.
This man needs to leave his BDSM whatever out of my club.
Okay. We got one last quote. I'm sorry for sharing so many quotes. I think this quote is gonna be the way we wrap this up. I am not gonna change my philosophy. I will play my way until the way I want to change is what Ruben Amorim said. Tommy, talk to me.
He's crafting the sword that's gonna kill him. He's crafting it in front of us. Like this is some biblical like the brothers cosmonauts type storytelling. He's he's crafting the sword and then handing it to the executioner that's gonna take off his head. And c'est la vie.
I have nothing nice to say. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Tosin. This is Tommy. Manchester United plays Chelsea next week. We'll be back. Everyone take it easy. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Have a great rest of your Sunday. Have an even better start to your rest of your week. We're out. We love you. Take it easy. Peace.
That nigga is really
Okay. We got one last quote. I'm sorry for sharing so many quotes. I think this quote is going to be the way we wrap this up. I am not going to change my philosophy. I will play my way until the way I want to change is what Ruben Amorim said. Tommy, talk to me.
he's crafting the sword that's gonna kill him. He's crafting it in front of us.